All right, so this is going to be this or that. Daniel Jones or any of these quarterbacks for this season. That's very important.
Just
this
this season.
season. We're not projecting out 3 or 5 years how we do sometimes. So
Just this season.
just this year.
All right.
Let's go. So first up, we have Daniel Jones or Tua Tagovailoa.
See, this one's a little bit closer than you might think because Tua, with the concussion, it's been an issue. And so health is, of course, a factor. I'm going to still give the edge to Tua because I think he will come back healthy. He's got better offensive pieces. He's got I don't want to say a better coach, but I think the scheme is better for him. I think it's a very quarterback-friendly system. I think he's a more accurate distributor of the football. I think he's a more consistent thrower. Now, Daniel's a little bit more mobile, but I think Tua is a better passer of the football to better weapons. He's able to distribute the ball more effectively to better players in a system that I think better fits him. So I'll go Tua.
All right, let's go Daniel Jones or Derek Carr.
I'll go Derek Carr. People don't know Derek Carr has led the league in fourth quarter comebacks since he entered the league. So, I mean, he is that guy in the fourth quarter. He's who you want. I mean, drags the Raiders to the playoffs, not this past year, but the year before, goes to Indy and beats Indy. Oh, God, who else did they beat? I don't know. They won another huge game down the stretch. My point being, he wins when it counts.
He does.
He's got an it factor to him. And let's be real here. If he continues playing for another 3 to 5 years, you're looking at close to a Hall of Fame resume. Now, the no Super Bowls and not that many All-Pros are going to hurt him. But from a stat standpoint, it's up there in the top 20. So I think Derek Carr's really overlooked. I'll take Derek Carr.
Yeah, we have talked about him a lot on this show, too, and his stats are impressive, and
Big
the way
Derek
he plays
Carr
the
guy.
game is impressive. I think it'll be good in New Orleans. But Daniel Jones or Lamar Jackson?
To me, this is not particularly close. I'll take Lamar. I think Lamar's a much more dynamic athlete. He's much better from the pocket than people give him credit for. And let's be real, he wins 75% of his games that he starts. It took Daniel Jones, a really good coach, to be able to win at all, like really, anything above 500. He had a turnover problem before Dable got there. Lamar's always mostly taking care of the football.
Yeah.
And he gives you, both are mobile, but Lamar gives you more dynamic ability on the outside, so I'll take Lamar over Daniel.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, like, the one thing that I was looking at to maybe go Daniel is the contract thing, because Lamar's asking way too much guaranteed, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
Daniel's is just as bad, if not worse.
I'd rather overpay for special at something.
Yeah.
I don't think Daniel's special at anything, so I could live with paying Lamar that. I could not live with paying Daniel that.
All right, number 4 here. Daniel Jones or Dak Prescott?
I'm going to go slight edge Dak.
Okay.
I think it's closer than you might think because of the contract situation. Now, I know Daniels is bad, but Dax isn't very good either. And you have to think, not his fault, but he's in a system where they overpay other players as well. So they're a little bit limited on the outside.
Can't give him all the pieces he wants.
Yeah, but I mean, I will still take Dak. I think throwing-wise, they're comparable. Neither are super accurate. Neither are dynamic throwers. Both are good athletes, not special. Both are big, so they're both fairly durable. I think Dak's he's got a little bit better leadership qualities. Dak always says the right thing at the podium. He's a bigger presence. He's a bigger brand, which I think fits the big brand of the Cowboys. Daniel Jones, in a big brand in New York, is a little more quiet, secluded Eli Manning style. Maybe that works for him, but I think Dak is a little bit better of a leader, so I'll go Dak.
All right, Daniel Jones is 0-4 here so far. Let's
0-4.
Number 5, I think this should turn the table. Justin Fields or Daniel Jones?
Yeah, I'll take Daniel Jones. I don't think it's really all that close. I know you guys say, well, Justin Fields with the running. Look, that's fine. At some point, we got to win games, right? I have to see some sort of improvement, or you don't have to be insane. But Kyler Murray got better every year for the first 3 years till he got hurt. You could see a noticeable difference statistically and with your eyes. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. Joe Burrow, he got hurt, but when he came back for that second year, much better. Mahomes sat all of year 1, year 2, pop. I don't see the pop with Justin Fields. He doesn't win enough. At least Daniel, it took a lot of support. After the playoffs, he won a playoff game. So, I mean, you got to give him some credit here. And he's more mobile than people give him credit for, so cancels out some of the mobility of Justin as well in this whole, seesaw factoring thing. So I'll take Daniel Jones.
All right. Number 6, Daniel Jones or Jimmy Garoppolo?
I'm a huge Jimmy G
You're
guy.
a huge Jimmy
love
G guy.
Jimmy G. I think he's been underrated. But I am going to take Daniel Jones.
Oh, wow. Walking you around there trying to find an answer. Goes the other way. All right.
I think Jimmy, with his injury risk at this point in his career, is just too much. Now, I know it's just for this season, but also if I'm looking at the entire situation in Vegas, if I'm Josh McDaniels and I'm a lot of executives in that building, my job's close to being on the line here, right? If I can't win with Devontae Adams, 2 good pass rushers, Hunter Renfrow, I had to deal my top tight end, I got a really good back, and I bring in Jimmy G and he flops and we lose the division again, we come in 4th again, it could be catastrophic. So if I'm going to hitch my wagon to somebody, I would much rather it be Daniel Jones. He's more consistent. He's on the field. I know what I'm getting from him. That's the one thing that's been nice about Dable that nobody's really talked about is that he's getting more consistent play from Daniel. Is it A++? No. But we know what we're getting week in, week out. It makes it a lot easier to game plan. With Jimmy, we don't know what we're getting week in, week out. So I think Daniel Jones is right now slightly better.
I agree with that.
Very slight.
Yeah. All right, number 7 here, Daniel Jones or Russell Wilson. Now this one's interesting.
I would go Russ. I don't think he'll be as bad as he was. I mean, look, he had 4 straight years of 100+ pass rating, and then he had last year. I think last year is an outlier. And Nathaniel Hackett is not a good football coach. They had some bad injuries on the offensive line, wide receiver, running back. So, I mean, He was dealing with a lot more than people give him credit for. Now, I will say, he had a bad year. I'm not trying to deny that he had a bad year.
But now he gets his shot. He gets a shot with an all-time coach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he's going to be a much better quarterback this year. I think he's better than Daniel Jones. I'll take Russ.
All right. Number 8 on the list, Daniel Jones or Justin Herbert.
So number 9, or is that number 8?
That's number 8.
Okay, we only got 9 today. Do we have a 10th?
I have a 10th.
Okay, that's okay. All right, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll take Justin Herbert. That's not even close.
Okay.
That's not even. Behind the worst offensive line in football as a rookie, he set records. I mean, he's just that guy. And he gets a better offensive coordinator with Kellen Moore. That's a no-brainer for me.
I mean, when you have a guy like Justin Herbert.
Yeah. It's not, yeah.
All right, number 9, Daniel Jones or Mac Jones.
I forgot about Mac Jones. I'll take Daniel. Yeah, I'll take Daniel Jones. I think what he gives you mobility-wise is pretty considerable. And again, I'm factoring in everything. So he's going to have a better coach and a better offensive system. Look, I like Bill O'Brien, but it's going to be the first year for Mac Jones in that system. I just don't feel that that's going to be super successful. And I don't think they have many pieces. Now, I know New York doesn't either, but borderline more pieces than New England does. So, I think Daniel Jones is going to be a better quarterback this year.
Yeah. All right, last one here on the list, Daniel Jones or Desmond Ridder.
We're ending on a Daniel Jones kick, 'cause I think that's a Daniel Jones. I don't think it's particularly close. I didn't see Desmond Ridder show me anything that would lead me to believe he's going to be a franchise quarterback. I think Daniel Jones is a very low-end franchise quarterback. Not my cup of tea, but he's certainly stable.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams in this league cannot say that they have a stable quarterback situation. So, yeah, I'll take Daniel Jones. I think he's pretty significantly better than Desmond Ridder right now.
I would have to agree with that. Atlanta doesn't seem to have any semblance of moving in the right direction there.
4 for 10 for Danny Dimes. That's not that bad.
It's not.
It's not that bad.
But that also doesn't land him to be paid top 10 money.
No, that would put him. So I mean, who? Let's see. Let's find. So there's Dak. I picked Dak, but then I picked him over Jimmy G. I picked Daniel over Jimmy G. I would say he's somewhere in the middle. Dak is probably about the 12th best quarterback. Jimmy's probably about the 20th, 22nd. So that puts Daniel somewhere around 16 to 18, maybe 20.
Yeah.
I think that feels about right for me.
But he's getting $40 million.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's
we don't like that.
That's concerning. If you're a Giants fan, I would be concerned.
Yeah,
but
it's not good.
That is all we have for today. So make sure you're going